There's a brutal truth about attraction that most men refuse to accept. Instead, they waste years chasing women, learning pick-up lines or obsessing over looks and status, never realizing that the secret to being irresistible isn't found in any of those things. What if I told you that 95.7% of women are wired to be drawn to you? Not because of your appearance, your wealth, or even your charm, but because of something much deeper. This truth isn't glamorous, it isn't easy, it isn't something you can fake, but once you understand it, once you live by it, you'll notice something incredible. Women will start gravitating towards you. They'll seek out your presence. They'll feel a pull toward you that they can't quite explain, because this isn't about impressing women. It's about embodying a force that makes you naturally attractive in this video. We're going to break down the brutal truth that makes 95.7% of women find you irresistible, and why most men will never unlock its power. Let's begin. 1. The man who knows how to tease her drives her wild. There's a secret that the most magnetic men understand. Women don't want everything handed to them. They don't want a man who spills his emotions all over the place, who tells her exactly how he feels, who makes things too easy. They want tension. They want the build-up. They want the chase. And nothing makes a woman crave a man more than a master of teasing a man who flirts with just enough restraint to make her want more. A man who makes her laugh but with a touch of challenge. A man who shows desire, but never in a way that feels desperate, because when you learn how to tease a woman just right, you make her body react before her mind even realizes what's happening. Teasing isn't just about making her laugh. It's about creating an emotional rollercoaster one where she's never quite sure what's coming next. And this unpredictability, it triggers dopamine, the same chemical that fuels addiction. That's why women can't resist men who push and pull. One moment, you compliment her, then you playfully take it back. You make her feel wanted, but then you act like you're not fully sold on her yet, challenge her. Instead of showering her with validation, you make her work for it. Oh, so you think you're cute? I don't know. I might need some more convincing, make her chase. Instead of always being available, you keep just enough distance to make her wonder, does he like me or is he just messing with me? And that uncertainty, that's what makes her obsessed. The best teasing happens in layers. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it, when you say it, and how you follow it up with words. You know, I was going to take you seriously, but then you went and did that thing with your hair now. I don't know. With touch, when she reaches for your hand, you pull away with a smirk, just for a second, before finally letting her have it. With timing, you act like you're about to kiss her. Let the tension build, then lean back and say, "Not yet." And when you do this right, you make her hang on your every move, you make her desperate for the moment you finally give in. Because teasing creates tension, and tension is the secret ingredient to sexual attraction. Most men either 1 try too hard to impress her. They throw compliments, gifts and attention at her, hoping she'll like them. She won't. 2 play it too safe, they're afraid to say anything bold, so they bore her into oblivion. But the man who keeps her guessing, who keeps her on her toes, makes her laugh, makes her crave more. That's the man who stays on her mind. Because when you tease her just right, she's not just attracted to you, she's addicted to you too. The man who can walk away owns the game. There's one undeniable truth about attraction that most men never understand. The man who is willing to walk away is the man who holds all the power. Think about it. What makes something valuable? Is it the thing that's always available, always desperate to be chosen, always chasing, begging, or trying to prove itself? Or is it the thing that stands firm, the thing that demands to be earned, the thing that people must work for? Scarcity breeds value, and this applies to everything in life, including attraction. Women are wired to chase what they perceive as valuable. It's a psychological trigger buried deep in their instincts. They don't want what's easy, they want what's just out of reach. And the second a man proves that he's willing to walk away, that's when she starts chasing the moment a woman realizes that you are not dependent on her validation. That's the moment her perception of you shifts. You're no longer just another man trying to win her over. You become the challenge. You become the mystery she wants to solve most men. Don't do this. They cling to women, afraid to lose them. They text back instantly. They agree to everything, they revolve their world around her. And in doing so, they destroy their own value. But the man who walks away, he creates a psychological reaction in her brain. Suddenly she starts thinking, wait, why isn't he chasing me? Why does he seem so unbothered? Did I misjudge him? And just like that, you flip the dynamic. She's no longer in control. Now, your attraction isn't about needing a woman. It's about not needing her. It's about showing through your actions that you are perfectly fine. Whether she stays or not, you're not afraid to leave. You're not affected by her mood swings. You're not desperate for her approval. And when a woman senses that she can't help but be drawn to you, this is why you see women obsessing over the men who don't care, the men who don't text back immediately, the men who don't try too hard. It's not because these guys are jerks. It's because they refuse to make her the center of their universe. They know that they are the prize. And once you understand this, once you internalize it, you'll never chase a woman again. Because the truth is, if she's not afraid of losing you, she'll never truly respect you. And the second she feels like she might lose you, that's when you become Irresistible 3. The man who can whisper dirty without saying a single word. There's a kind of man who can make a woman's body react before he ever lays a hand on her. A man who can make her heart race, her breathing change, her entire mood shift without ever saying something obvious or crude. The secret sexual tension. Not the forced kind. Not the kind where a man blurts out something sexual too soon and kills the mood. I'm talking about the slow burn. The kind of tension that builds so subtly, so effortlessly, that she doesn't even realize she's getting pulled in until it's too late. And the men who master this, they never have to chase, because once a woman feels this kind of tension, she'll be the one chasing you. Most men think that turning a woman on is about talking dirty, but in reality, it's about creating the feeling before the words ever leave your mouth. And you do that by holding eye contact just a little too long. Let her feel you watching her. Let her see that you're not in a rush, that you're in control. Lowering your voice, a deep, controlled tone hits her differently. It forces her to lean in. It makes her listen, pausing before you speak. Silence is powerful. A perfectly timed pause before a simple, "What am I going to do with you?" can make her entire body react, brushing against her just barely. When your arm grazes hers, when your fingers linger for a second too long, when you guide her with a light touch. It's electric because, here's the truth, women don't want everything spelled out. They don't want a man who blurts out his desires too soon, that kills the mystery, that makes it cheap. They want to feel it before they hear it. They want the slow build-up. They want the anticipation, because the longer you make her wait, the more she'll want it. The difference between a man who turns a woman on effortlessly and a man who tries too hard comes down to one thing. Control the man who controls his. Pace wins the man who holds back. Just enough wins the man who makes her wonder. Is he going to kiss me, or is he just teasing me? Wins because once a woman starts wondering, she starts craving. And once she's craving, she's already yours for. The man who makes her feel like a woman can have her any time he wants. There's a hidden truth about attraction that most men never tap into. A truth so powerful that once you understand it, women will start looking at you differently, craving you, wanting to be around you, feeling a tension they can't quite explain. And that truth is this: a man who knows how to make a woman feel truly feminine, deeply, irresistibly feminine, can have her whenever he wants. It's not about looks, it's not about money, it's about how you make her feel in your presence. Women are constantly stuck in their heads, overthinking, planning, worrying about how they're perceived. But the second she's in front of a man who makes her feel desired in the rawest way possible. She stops thinking. She starts feeling. She becomes completely drawn into the moment, and once a woman feels that pull towards you, there's no stopping what happens next. Most men try too hard to impress women. They think the key to attraction is saying the right thing, looking perfect, or proving their worth. But the men who women crave, the ones who effortlessly make them weak in the knees, understand that attraction isn't about trying, it's about presence. A man with deep sexual presence doesn't need to say much. He doesn't need to act out. He doesn't need to perform. All he has to do is exist in a way that reminds her she's a woman, and that means holding eye contact just a little longer than necessary. Letting her feel the weight of your gaze, making her heart pound just from the way you look at her. Speaking slowly, deliberately, with confidence. No nervous energy, no over-explaining, just pure controlled dominance in your voice. Owning your space. A man who moves with certainty, who takes up space like he belongs. Wherever he stands, exudes a quiet, intoxicating power, touching with intention. A light touch on the small of her back as you guide her through a door. The brush of your fingers on hers when you take a drink from her hand. Subtle but electric. It's these tiny moments, the moments that are barely noticeable but completely undeniable, that make a woman's mind spin with thoughts she'll never admit out loud the brutal truth. Most men make women feel nothing. They're too stiff, too hesitant, too afraid to express attraction in a way that makes her body react before her mind even catches up. But the man who knows how to tap into her deepest feminine energy, who makes her feel desired, safe, and completely out of control at the same time, that's the man she fantasizes about. That's the man she can't resist. That's the man who can have her whenever he wants without ever needing to chase. Because once you master this energy, women don't just want to be around you, they want to be consumed by you. This is Stoic Guide. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay powerful, and stay in control.